Are we live now? Ayun. Ayun. Okay, okay. Saraya lang to, guys. Hindi pa talaga to yung yung final. Pero I just want to get to know more about you. Saan kayo galing? Saan kayo place? Comment down below. Okay. Kung ano bang place nyo, saan kayo galing, saan kayo nakatira, um, ano yung mga job nyo, occupation. I want to get to know my audience more before I start. Kasi this will be a session na punong-puno ng, ano talaga, punong-puno ng learnings. Okay, I want to get to know more about you guys. Comment down kung saan kayo galing, saan kayo nakatira, and we will see. Nandito ako ngayon sa Manila and I'm living alone, di ba? Bongga, I'm living alone and yun, I'm managing my own finances and stuff and insurances, investments, mga bills dito. Alam mo naman kung ang taas-taas ng cost of living dito sa Manila, pero kinakaya naman. Okay, so sa mga naghihiram sa akin dyan, tansya kayo kung hindi ko kayo mapahiraman. Kasi I'm living on my own and I have bills to pay also. Okay? So yun. So kung gusto niyo maging kagaya ko, kung gusto niyo maging kagaya ko, you have to work hard. Also, you need to get up your butt off, bawal na yung tamad. Okay, so yun lang guys. So, comment down below kung ano ba, saan kayo galing. Okay, so comment down below saan kayo galing, saan kayo nakatira. So yan, hi Ate Cindy. So yan, I've shared my live also dun sa page ko, my financial girl. It's already renamed Martha Angela dash my financial girl. Okay, so we have punta kayo dun sa page ko and like yung button. There are many resources, many informations there in my page that alam ko na makatulong sa inyo. Okay, so bakit ba ako nandito? Because I wanted to help you guys how to manage your money and also how to protect your income. Kasi we know that protecting your income and your future goals is an utmost importance talaga. Because for many years, na nandito ako sa industry, ng insurance industry, I've already witnessed how it's like kung wala kang backup fund. Okay, meaning of backup fund is kung ano yung may fund ka ba na nakalaan if ever man mangyari. For example, you are in your wealth accumulation stage. So, gusto mo magkabahay, nagsisave ka para sa bahay, gusto mo ng sasakyan, nagsisave ka ng sasakyan, gusto mo magpa-aral yung anak mo sa the best schools like Ateneo, LaSalle, nagsisave ka ng money for that purpose. But in that wealth accumulation stage, while we are wealth accumulating, did you ever realize na we also have to protect that stage, that goal na gusto natin? For example, you want to enroll your kids in the best school possible, like Ateneo or international school for that matter. So you are saving up. Like yung tuition ngayon sa Ateneo is like 150% in college. So that's like 300,000 a year. If we compute for the inflation rate of that, if you have a 1-year-old child, 17 years from now, what would be the tuition of that child when he goes to college? It's around 1 million. 1 million per year. O, akala mo, nakikita mo lang sa Enduran, no? Sa Enduran, international school. No, it can happen to us also. So we have to prepare that money when he goes to college. Kaya tayo nag-invest sa stocks. Kaya tayo may mga iba't ibang side hustles. Kaya tayo nag-work. That's why we work hard because we have a vision for that purpose. But during that wealth accumulation stage, what if something happens to you as the breadwinner of the family? What if, wag naman sana, nag-heart attack, nagka-cancer, nagkaroon ng hindi kaaya-ayang pangyayari? Okay. That's where wealth protection comes. Okay? That's where wealth protection comes. That's where insurance comes. Okay? So that's where wealth protection comes. That's where insurance comes into play. If ever may mangyari sa'yo within now and 18 years after, yung goal mo, yung education fund mo that you want for your child is protected. Hindi ka kukuha dun, if ever nagkasakit ka, hindi ka kukuha sa education fund mo pang paggamot mo. Kasi protected siya ng life insurance mo, ng critical illness mo. Okay, meron kang fund for that critical illness that you prepared years ago. Or if you didn't prepare it years ago, you have to prepare it now. Okay. So, comment down below kung ano pa yung gusto nyong malaman sa akin. Okay, chika-chika muna tayo, be. Hi, Kuya! Okay. For this session, we will talk about the 5 stages of financial planning. Ano ba yung 5 stages of financial planning? Ano yung 5 stages of financial planning? Na yan, Bebs. So yan. Hi sa mga viewers. Sino ba yung mga viewers dito? So, nag-aalisan sila, no? Pero, it's okay. Teka, nalolobat na. Okay. So, I will now share my screen. Okay. Sige. Ayun. Ayun. Ito, I'm going to do this only for 3 years. And ito naman, um, lagi kong ginagamit. And I wanted to share all of this to you all. Okay, so yeah, this is the 5 stages of financial planning, guys. So, wag mo tayo dyan. Yan. Ayan. This is the 5 stages of financial planning. Okay? So the first stage is awareness. kailangan alam natin kung saan tayo ngayon. Okay, stage 2 is identify financial goals. Ano ba yung mga goals natin sa buhay? Okay, in stage 3, financial strategy. Ano yung strategy natin moving forward? Stage 4 is understanding insurance and how much you need. Ano ba yung kailangan natin insurance? Stage 5 is to revisit your financial plans. Ano ba yung create natin before to aim us to move forward, okay? It's a stage 1 tayo, which is self-awareness. Self-awareness is about understanding your own needs, style, risk habits, and everything else. Yung parang ganun. And everything else that makes you who you are. Self-aware. So, kung anong meron ka ngayon. So, I identified 5 questions to ask yourself. Okay? 5 questions tayo. Question number 1 is, do you have sufficient income or multiple streams? Question number 2, what are the assets and liabilities? Meron ka bang assets, may liabilities ka ba? Question number 3, do you have a financial dependent? May umaasa pa ba sa salary mo? Question number 4, when do you want to retire? Kailan mo gustong magretiro? Is it a voluntary retirement or are you prepared for an involuntary retirement? Pag voluntary retirement, yun yung pag age 60 mo na, may mandatory retirement ka na. Pag involuntary retirement, it means that, example, nagkasakit ka, nagka-stroke ka, nagka-diabetes ka, kailangan mo ng long-term care, you are forced to retire. So that leaves your family with no income. Okay, so question number 5, do you intend to start a family one day? These are the 5 questions that you must prepare when you want to start this financial journey mo. So, i-identify natin yung financial goals mo. Ano pa yung financial goals? So, ito yung 28,000 days. 28,000 days, no? I will make a video of it sa 28,000 days for you to understand this. Pero, most likely, siguro yung mga clients ko ay understand na this 28,000 days I've shown you already. Pero if hindi pa, kindly comment down below kung if you want me to make a video of 28,000 days because it's really powerful. So basically, ito siya. So basically, ito siya. Ayun. Okay. So an average person lives like 28,000 days. A lifespan. So until 80 years old yan siya. So from 0 to 20, usually we study, we play, we make friends. Yun yung mga growing up years natin, di ba? Study play, 0 to 20 years old. Do we have an income within that stage? Di ba wala pa tayong income. From 20 to 40, that's where you have your first job na, you have your first car, you have your first house. Siyempre, you are starting a family na, nag-inlove na tayo dyan. We get married and we also have kids during that stage. And from 40 to 60, that's the time na we already have our second job or my side hustle na tayo. We already have a second car, siguro Ferrari na, kung ma-afford natin. And we have siguro rest house na by the time that we're 60. And your kids are already finishing their school. So, nandun na siya sa first stage ng buhay nila. And also, 40 to 60, yun na yung nagpe-prepare na tayo for the upcoming season. Okay? 60 to 80, yun yung retirement years na natin. So, during our retirement years, do we have an income? Hindi ba? Most likely, wala din. So, the first half na ng first half ng buhay natin is wala tayong income. Okay? So meaning, we have this amount of time, 40 years, to have our income. Ito lang yung years natin na may mga income tayo. So if you're like 45, itong stage na to, wala na to. Wala na. So you have this amount of time left to prepare for your retirement. If you're like 30, this amount of time is already taken away from you. Kasi hindi na tayo bumabata. So may 4 fears tayo na nakikita dito. Number 1, what if I cannot work until 60? Sino magpaparal sa anak ko? Paano yung pamilya ko? Number 2, what if I don't reach 60? What if dito pa lang nawala na ako, namatay na ako? Nagkasakit ako. Sino mag-aalaga sa kanila? Number 3, how much is enough to retire? If aabot man ako ng 60, magkano yung kailangan ko para makapag-retiro ako? Number 4, how can I ensure that my children has the right start of life with the right foundation? And the right foundation is a good education. Okay? So sabi ko nga kanina, if you wanted your child to go to the best university there is, you have to prepare for it now because time is nasa side mo yung time. Okay? So these are the 4 questions na dapat ma-realize natin at masagot natin as early as now. Okay? So, balik tayo dito. So, 4 common financial fears. What if I cannot work until 60? Nagkasakit ako. What if I don't reach 60? During my wealth accumulation years, namatay ako. How much is needed to retire? If abot man ako until 60, magkano yung kailangan ko until retirement. Number 4, can I ensure that my child start off with life with the right foundation? And the right foundation, guys, is a good education. Prepared ka ba? Stage 3 is financial strategy. Ano itong financial strategy na to? So there are 4 things you have to know. Number 1, what assets can you invest in? Number 2, risk and return on each of these assets. Number 3, your risk appetite. Ano ba yung risk appetite mo? Kaya mo bang sumugal or conservative ka ba? Ano ba yung risk appetite mo? Number 4, your ABCD strategy. So malalaman natin yung ABCD strategy when we go further. Okay? So sa mga nanonood dyan, alam kong sabi niya yun, like, share nyo yung video if you know na you got the value in it. You get the value dito sa video na to. I-share niyo sa mga friends nyo, kakilala nyo, kabarkada nyo, kaibigan mo, kaibigan mo, ano ba, kaaway mo, ganon. So, kahit kaaway mo, i-share mo ng i-share. And don't forget to recommend the speech also, okay? If you got value. If you got value in it, recommend this page. And yun, pag-usapan natin yung tinitignan ko lang yung mga nagko-comment. And kung may mga views ba ako dito. Okay, so yun. So far so good. Okay, balik tayo dito. What assets can you invest in? Ano ba yung mga assets na pwede mong invest? 20% of it is property, 20% of it is commodities. May property ka, may commodities ka, may bonds ka, may cash ka, and lastly, may equities ka. Ano ba tong equities? Ito yung mga stocks. Cash is yung mga liquid assets mo. Bonds is the government bond-to-bond securities, ganon. Yung mga pag-ibig, kung may mga nangutang government, ganon. And commodities and collectibles, ito yung mga artworks, mga sports car, handbags, ganon. Property, real estate property is an asset. Land property is an asset. Beachfront, kung kaya mong bumili ng island, like yung ginawa sa Manpulo, bilhin mo na. Kasi it will appreciate in value also. Okay, so yun. And also yung condos. Condos is a cash generating asset because you can rent it out also. Okay, so if you want to invest in condos, go ahead. Go ahead, invest in condos. Okay, and if wala ka pang real estate broker, comment down below. I will introduce you to my broker dito sa real estate business. Okay? So, ano ba yung risk and the return of each asset? Ito. In terms of liquidity, how fast can I convert it into cash? Property, medyo kailangan mo ng time para ma-convert siya. Okay, hindi porket hindi porket may land ka or may bahay ka, pag nagkasakit ka, mabebenta mo kaagad. So it takes some time, like 1 year, 2 years, bago ka makahanap ng buyer for that property and for that amount na gusto mo. Kung gusto mo naman siya ibenta ng fast, palugi ka. So ibibenta mo. Okay, so equity, yung liquidity nito is so high also. Okay? Kasi yung madaming buyers sa stock markets na gusto din ng stock market. So it depends on the market demand. Kahit na high yung liquidity nito. So sa bonds, medyo moderate ka. Commodities, same. And cash, syempre, mataas yung liquidity ng cash. Okay? So in terms of volatility, how risky is this asset as an investment? A volatile property, hindi siya masyadong volatile. Medyo ano lang siya, medyo moderate. But it depends also on the market demands. Equity is very volatile. Bonds, hindi siya masyadong volatile. Again, it depends on the market demands. Commodities is very volatile also. And also cash, walang volatility yung cash. Okay. So in terms of return, how can I expect a return from that investment? Property also can give you a stable return. I said it's a cash flowing asset. Equity, mataas yung return niya. Bonds can give you a stable return also. Commodities, mataas din yung return ng commodities. And of course, cash, wala siyang yield because it's liquid. So in terms of your risk appetite, habang bata ka, yung risk mo for that investment of a certain investment is very high. But as you age, as you gain responsibilities also, and as our body cannot meet the demands now which requires, yung risk appetite natin is bumababa. Okay. So, ano ba tong ABCD? Investment strategy. So, an illiquid asset in retirement becomes a liability. So, pag hindi ka pa retired, kung ano man yung mga properties, investments mo na hindi mo pa nabebenta before retirement, make sure na liquid siya. Na kahit anong mangyari, magkasakit ka man, may panghuhugutan kang investment. Okay. May panghuhugutan kang backup fund, kumbaga. Retirement and proper financial planning is having income every month without having to think about what happens to my asset. Okay. So your investment strategy must be based on income generation and income accumulation. Make sure now when you have your retirement now, you have an asset that is income generating and income accumulating. Okay? So ito, yung ABC strategy na sinasabi ko. On year 1 to 7, habang bata ka pa, be aggressive as you can. Year 8 to 15 balance, dun ka na sa ages like 40, 40 to 50, must be balanced already. 20 to 30, aggressive ka pa. year 16 to 23, you must be cautious na. Cautious meaning 50 to 60, around that age. Because you are nearing retirement na. Then 60 to 70, you must be in defensive of your investment strategy. Meaning, dapat in that stage, naliliquidize mo yung mga assets mo. Okay? Madali mo siyang maliquid. Okay? So, yun. So, let's say wala kang time para dito. Anong gawin natin? So, yun. May mga tanong ba dito sa comment section? May mga tanong ba dito? Wala pa naman. Wala pa. So, yun. Dito tayo sa part 2. Part 2 natin. Okay. So, dito tayo sa part 2. So, yun. Ano pong part 2? Ito. So, part 2 tayo. Yun. Ayun. Ano ba yung 5? Ito yung part 2. Okay, so stage 4, understanding insurance and how much you need. Magkano ba yung kailangan natin insurance? And ano ba purpose ng insurance? Now, there are 4 types of products dito. If you die, I pay. If you retire, I pay. If you fall sick, I pay. If your kids go to college, I also pay. So ano ba yung rule of thumb for insurances? So for the life coverage, it's 10 times of annual income. For income protection or critical illness fund, it's 5 times of annual income. For your retirement, it's 20% of income dapat maitatabi natin for retirement. And for kids education, it's 5 times of 5% of annual income. So 20% and 5% of annual income. So ano yung ito, may graph ako for the insurance. So I call it the insurance graph. Okay? So may mga questions tayo na we need to ask. How much coverage do I need? Depends. Are you married? Do you have an income? Do you have a dependent? Okay. So comment down below kung ano yung mga sagot niya dito. Comment down below guys kung ano yung mga sagot niyo dito. Hi sa 1,000 viewers natin. Ito yung insurance graph natin. Ito yung magiging magiging guide no for kung magkano ba talaga yung kailangan ng insurance sa different needs na kailangan. Okay, so I do that. May ano pala to, no? May automatic translator, automatic caption. Okay. So ito yung insurance graph natin. Okay, you can screenshot it if you want. Okay. So magsisimula tayo ng questions. Are you married? Married ka ba? Kung married ka, do you have an income? If you have an income, do you have dependents? Yes or no? So meron tayong A, B, C, D, E, F, G, until H. Okay. So pag-usapan natin yan. Pag-usapan natin yan dito. Okay. So dito sa category A, so anong meaning ng category A? Category A meaning, yes, I'm married. Yes, I have an income. Yes, I have dependent. How much do you need? So my advice is to ensure that your spouse and you are both covered for income protection and life insurance. Save up for your kids' education plan and don't forget to plan for your retirement. So, ano yung formula dito? For life insurance, 10 times of your annual income for the both of you. Income protection, 5 times for the both of you. Retirement planning, save 20% of the joint income. And for education, save 5% of your joint income. Okay? So, category D naman tayo. Ano tong category D? Yes, I'm married. Yes, I have income. But no, I don't have dependents. Okay? So I am married, I have income. I don't have dependents yet. So what's the advice for you? Married, income, no dependents. Ask yourself, is there an intention for you to start a family and have kids? If yes, consider starting education planning earlier. So what's the formula for this? Life insurance is 10 times the annual income for the both of you, kayo dalawa. Income protection is 5 times annual income for the both of you. Retirement planning save 20% of your joint income. And yung education planning natin is optional since wala pa tayong dependents. Okay. So category C natin, which is married, no income, pero may dependents. Usually, Married tayo, wala tayong income, pero may dependence tayo. So what is the advice for this one? The breadwinner should find a source of income for the livelihood of the family. This source needs to be protected as if this dries up. If this dries up, then the family is left to find other sources. Plan and save for your kids' education to secure their future. Life insurance, ano to? 5 times of the annual income for yourself and 10 times annual income for the earning spouse. Okay? So income protection is the 5 times annual income for both of you. Retirement planning is save 20% of the income of your income or of the income of the earning spouse. And education planning save 5% per child. So married, no income, pero may dependents. This is most likely to be housewife with a husband as an earning individual. Okay? So dito tayo sa married, no income, no dependents. So most likely it's also a housewife pero wala pa silang anak. So the breadwinner should find a source of income for the livelihood of the family. This source needs to be protected. If this dries up, then the family is left to find other sources. Also, just like the previous one. So life insurance for this is 5 times of annual income for yourself, and 10 times annual income for the earnings part. If yung husband mo lang nagtatrabaho, he needs 10 times of the annual income as life coverage. Then income protection, same 5 times annual income for the both of you. This will cover your treatment costs, your hospital care, and etc. If you have an HMO, this will complement your HMO. For your retirement planning, save 20% of the joint income. Okay? If ever yung husband mo lang, save 20% of the income ng husband. Okay? So, education planning is optional since hindi pa ito, wala pa kayong independent. So, optional pa. Pero it's better to start early also. So, if you are single, my income and my dependents, the breadwinner of the house is segregated into three potential categories. It's either divorced, widowed, unmarried, or unmarried. The breadwinner should be able to identify his or her income as it is the source of livelihood for the family. This source needs to be protected, and if this dries up, then the family is left to find other sources of income. Yeah, so how much is the formula? It's 10 times the annual income. Income protection, it's 5 times the annual income. For retirement planning, save 20% of your income. For education planning, save 5% per child for your from your annual income. Okay. So single category F, this single, what is category? Category F, I'm married, not married, I'm single. I have income and I don't have dependents. Sige on. So, ito yung formula. It's life insurance is optional for you. Income protection should have 5 times of your annual income. Retirement planning save 20% of your income. Education planning is optional also. Since you don't have dependents yet. So, ito yung mga dependent. So, most likely, single na sila. Okay? So, for the category G, single, no income, pero may dependent. So, single, no income, may dependents. So, most likely, ito pa yung nasa bahay, no, na may anak. No. So, my advice is you will have to replan your life strategy plan for potential sources of income as you are now self-dependent. Identify how you can either take on a job or build a business. Okay, most likely, most likely, um, ito yung mga tao na nabuntis, anak, and like yung ibang mga asawa, ganun. Mm. So, at times, the best thing to do is to ask for help. Is ito yung mga nagsasabi na I need help with finance, I need help with finding a job. If you're not specific, the, spec- the spectrum of support is not clear. The more specific statement would be more helpful for someone who offers you help. Okay, so the advice to you is you must have a life coverage of 5 times your monthly expenses since my dependents ka. My income protection mo should be 5 times of annual expenses also nito a monthly annual to. Then the retirement planning is 20% of your allowance and education plan is 5 times of your allowance also. So ito, pag single ka, no income and no dependence, so meaning it's either estudyante ka pa lang, wala ka pang income, life insurance is an option for you. But since you are young and healthy, this is an advantage for you also. Kasi mas lower pa yung premium during this stage. As a single person with freedom to choose how to live your life and have no dependence, it only means your options are as wide as you want them to be. Find a purpose to such a life, find a way to change the world around you. You are in a unique position to build a society and build your life. You have 28,000 days. Use it to your advantage. to create something which will be remembered for many years to come. You have been blessed with life. You have been blessed with freedom to choose. You are with a blank piece of paper and you should write your own history. Life insurance is an option for you. If you want to start it now, you can start it now. Pero kung it's not a requirement. So life insurance for you 5 times of your annual expense. Income protection, 5 times of your annual expense. Retirement planning. If you want to start it now, save at least 20% of your allowance. Education planning, save 5% of your allowance. So in summary, using the table, you should know the amount of insurance you need to achieve your financial goals. Spend some time to speak with an advisor to find out more about which specific products can help you in your financial journey. Okay, so yon. May mga tanong pa ba? Wala na. So, titignan ko mga kung meron. So, may mga tanong pa ba tayo? Kung wala na, i-end ko na to. Charot. So, tapos na tayo dito sa stage 4. Since alam na natin kung ano yung magkano yung financial need natin dito sa present life stage natin. Punta tayo dito sa stage 5 ng financial journey natin. Okay, so, oh, yun. Ayun. So, stage 5 na tayo. Stage 5 is revisit your financial plan. Okay? Since alam na natin kung ano yung kailangan natin, yung magkano, um, message me lang kung if you're interested of getting one of your own, since syempre adult na tayo, we should have a responsibility also. Okay? So, stage 5, revisit your financial plan. Do a policy review. Policy review should only, ito yung to-do mo. Policy review should only be done when there is an income change. Income change is kung kinasal ka na, may anak ka na, may asawa ka na, or na-promote ka sa trabaho, yun yung income change best. When should you visit your financial plans? Number 1, when your income changes, and 2, when life changes. Income changes mean this will affect your coverage with regards to income protection. So, syempre, pag tumataas yung sahod mo, i-protect mo din yan. Na kahit anong mangyari, ganyan pa rin yung lifestyle ng family mo na binigay mo sa family mo. And two, when life changes. For example, kinasal ka, marriage, nagkaroon ka ng anak, nag-retire ka, may graduation ng anak mo, change of job meaning from corporate to business. Ganon. And etc. When you know you have or will have more dependents in the future and financial liabilities to worry about. Kung gusto mo magkaroon ng Ferrari, kausapin mo muna yung financial advisor mo. Okay? And how this will impact your future expenses. Okay, guys. So, yun. So, yun lang. I'm Coach Martha. Okay, and I'm a life and wealth consultant, chief executive officer of My Financial Girl, and CEO of Digital Marketing Solutions Incorporated. So it's a startup company that we built from scratch, which focuses on a website design and marketing. Okay, so we use technologies, we use artificial intelligence technologies to optimize marketing campaigns and ads. So yeah, if you want to promote your business, don't forget to message me also. Okay. So aside from that, I'm also a life and wealth consultant. I'm also a Yeoman coach, registered financial planner, an associate wealth planner, and a certified trust and estate planning graduate. Okay. So I'm affiliated with companies. I'm with the insurance industry for 7 years already, and I hope that I will be here until eternity, and I will get to serve my clients until they grow old and until they die. So although I will die also. So yeah, may mga questions pa ba? So So, if wala nang tanong, like wala na kayong questions, so, um, just message me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so medyo hindi lang ako nagre-reply kasi just message me and I will get back to you. This is a live. Okay, but I will get back to you. Okay? Sige, until next time. Bye. Kindly share and like and share. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram also and sa YouTube also. Okay, so comment down kung ano yung mga topics na gusto nyo itakal ko para matakal natin and ma-discuss natin. Okay? So, bye guys.